Hey everybody, my name's Tanya, and I'm here to chat with you about what procurement is. Oftentimes, when I'm chatting with business leaders or even my own friends, they have no idea what procurement professionals do. As a professional with 20 years of procurement experience, even supply chain experience, I thought I'd quickly share with you the different activities, the benefits those activities derive, as well as the positive impacts they can have not only on businesses but also as you as an individual in your personal lives. The first procurement activity is called strategic sourcing. And the reason why it's called strategic sourcing is because we are strategically analyzing the data from the market as well as the vendors in that market. So let's say you need to hire a plumber, right? Whether it's for a business or individual, you all need to hire a plumber. So you're going to look in your specific area. Maybe you're doing a Google search, or maybe you've hired plumbers in the past and you have it already in your ERP system. Either way, you're going to be doing some form of research to see what kind of plumbers are available. You're probably going to be looking at their customer reviews and ratings. You're probably going to be analyzing the different costs. You're probably going to be looking at the timeline or when they're going to be available to come in and service you, right? These are all the different data points that you are going to use from a strategic standpoint and analyze which vendor you're going to use. So really in that sourcing activity is researching, analyzing, evaluating, getting quotes from the vendors, and then selecting the vendor or supplier that you're going to need to execute on those services. Well, knowledge is power, as they say. So the more information that you understand about the vendor or supplier you're working with and the market that they're in, the more that you're likely going to be able to leverage that data to your benefit. So we're talking about negotiations, right? That's really the benefit of strategic sourcing and understanding the market, is to be able to leverage that in the discussions and conversations of negotiations. Whether you're negotiating price, quality, timeline, warranty, the list can go on depending on what it is that you're ordering. So think about that next time you're sourcing. Let's chat about the impacts of strategic sourcing. There's always going to be a positive outcome from activities that you are conducting. In this case, competitive advantage, right? You've selected the best vendor to provide the highest value based on your needs at that time, right? And that's going to help increase your cash flow because perhaps you've negotiated terms, so you've extended the amount of time that you're holding on to your cash. Or perhaps you've negotiated the best price, initial price, which means that your expenses are going to be reduced. Let's talk about purchasing. Purchasing is an activity within procurement. From a business context, we're talking about entering a purchase order within an ERP system, a spreadsheet, or maybe a work order booklet, and sending that to a vendor alongside with a set of terms and conditions that makes that purchase order a legally binding contract between your business and the vendor. Now, on a personal side, if you are calling up that plumber and you need them to come in, that is making a purchase. That in turn is signaling the vendor that they can come and conduct and render the services that are required. Operational efficiency, really productivity. When we're entering a purchase order, we are mitigating risk, we are enhancing tracking and visibility, reducing administrative burden, enhanced inventory management, as well as a bunch of other benefits, right? Talking about enhanced tracking and visibility from a purchase order standpoint, right? Kind of going back to that strategic side of things, you want to be able to track not only the life cycle of each purchase order from the time that it was created to the time that it was receipted to the time that it was invoiced to maybe improve operational efficiencies, but also track the total vendor performance over a period of time, right? Maybe you've created 10 purchase orders with that vendor in a quarter. And let's say the vendor was able to comply with half of those purchase orders, where the other half, maybe it was late deliveries, maybe they didn't process the invoice in time for you, and a bunch of other things, right? So you want to make sure that you're able to track not only, again, the purchase order, but also the vendor's performance. What are the positive impacts that purchasing has for a business? Well, it can decrease risk, which decreasing risk increases cost savings, right? From a litigation standpoint, from a internal controls perspective, if you're talking about from manual entries or tracking and reporting, there's so many risks that can be involved in the purchasing process that if you have that standardized, that you will make sure you are mitigating your risk and keeping your money in your pocket. Contract management, another procurement activity. This activity usually falls post purchase, where you'd want to analyze that the contract, purchase order, what have you, complied with the terms that were set within from a legal as well as a regulatory standpoint. You want to make sure that the vendor adhered to all the payment terms, the pricing, any, again, regulatory terms, especially if you're talking about health and safety or a contractor coming on site. You want to make sure that your business is not set up for failure and that your vendor is set up for success in the future. The benefits extend further. Through contract management activities, businesses can decrease risks, reducing the likelihood of disputes, issues, or unforeseen costs. The impacts of contract management come down to less risks, which equal higher cost savings, protecting both the bottom line and operational stability. The activity vendor management. It's more about fostering and building relationships with strategic vendors. Through open communications and trust, the impact of collaboration and innovation creates competitive advantage and cost savings by partnering with vendors on tailored solutions that sets your business apart in today's market. Category management is a strategic activity where procurement professionals analyze every dollar spent across categories and vendors. The benefits of category management comes down to spend optimization and cost savings. By understanding where money is going, allows the business to make informed decisions on consolidating vendors, leveraging spend for discounts, or even reducing unnecessary expenditures. The impact of effective category management goes beyond immediate cost savings. With improved spend visibility, businesses can secure better payment terms, improve cash flow, and even support overall financial stability. Change management in procurement is more than just adapting to new ways of doing things. It's a structured approach that helps drive operational efficiency, improve processes, and align procurement activities with the broader goals of an organization. Take sustainable procurement as an example. Introducing environmentally and socially responsible sourcing isn't just a shift in supplier selection. It impacts other procurement activities such as vendor management, category management, and contract management. The benefits of change management fosters communication and collaboration. By involving cross-functional stakeholders from the beginning, procurement can and should create an open environment where everyone understands the benefits of sustainable procurement. When collaboration and communication are being done well, change management activities increase a business's adoption of the new practices, which can lead to meaningful cost savings. Thank you so much for tuning into this video on what procurement is. I hope you have a better understanding on the 6 procurement activities, their benefits, and overall positive impacts. If there's something that you'd like to hear more on, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Bye for now.